Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Now today I want to take a look at the Dark Masked Saiyan. I think he's a unit who, he could be an interesting option, right? Now, he gets a very nice defensive buff, which is good, but it is just raw defense. I'm gonna be very curious to sort of test him out a little bit and see how he handles against like a very hard-hitting boss like Jiren here. Jiren seems to me to be one of the harder hitting Dokkan Fest bosses. I think up there with UI Goku. I've noticed that the Metal Cooler, the new Metal Cooler one, obviously hits very, very hard during the third phase. And then also, I believe Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he hits very, very hard during his final phase as well. So, you know, I'll be very curious to see how the Dark Masked Saiyan will sort of put up with that level of pressure, because he's interesting, right? So we've seen a lot of the units lately who have sort of had that ability, right? Where, you know, they have an attack buff, and then after they get hit once, they get an additional attack buff, right? So, like, we've seen this with LR Beerus, we've seen this with Tech Beerus. A lot of units lately have gotten that. I actually really like that passive on units, because it does tend out to work out very, very well. You know, look, it made Tech Beerus one of the strongest units in the game, right? But the Dark Masked Saiyan here, he actually works a little bit differently in that it's actually his defense that he's increasing rather than his attack. So because of the way it's going to work with his defense multiplying together rather than his attack, his defense is going to get disgustingly high. I do want to make sure to remember to look at what his actual defensive stat is after he gets hit and we activate his passive, right? The other thing too is the Dark Masked Saiyan also does heal on super attack. He heals 10% of the damage dealt. Well, I said super attack, but he heals 10% of the damage dealt as health. So if he does good damage, he's going to be able to heal up a little bit. He lowers attack. He has immense. So, I mean, he's interesting for sure. I think an awakening for this guy probably would help him out a lot. Now, we're going up against this tech phase right here, so he's definitely not going to be able to do any damage to the Dark Masked Saiyan, or Dark Masked King. It's annoying because there's the Dark Masked Saiyan, which is Vegeta, and then the Dark Masked King, which is King Vegeta. I've been having trouble saying Dark Masked King's name. Oh, we're going to see... Okay, so yeah, his defense is already active, by the way. And it looks like, yeah, his super attack is essentially very, very similar to like a Final Flash. Okay, so not bad. His attack stat was what, like 800,000 right there? The thing with the Dark Masked King is... I'm not a big fan of, like, some of these links, right? So, he has Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage, Loyalty, Berserker, and Prepare for Battle. He has, like, all these damn fodder level links that are just not really that helpful. Like, sure, you know, Saiyan Lineage is nice for the Pure Saiyan team, which is his only category team. But, like, Saiyan Warrior Race, can we please update that to 10% attack? That would be a lot better than 700 attack. Royal Lineage, another one of those damn one key links. And then, like, Loyalty is not great. Berserker is one of the worst links because it only activates when HP is 50% or below. So, basically, it's never going to activate. And then he does have Prepare for Battle, which, of course, is a really good link. I'm going to be curious. I want to actually take a look. I'm going to hold back here. I'm actually not going to super attack with the Blue Vegetas because I don't want to go through this too quickly. I actually want to give the GT Kid Goku time to actually get with the Dark Masked King so he can actually see him and kind of see his attack against that last phase of Jiren as well. So I want to briefly take a quick look at the Loyalty link. Oh, good. 0 TURs or LRs that are on the Pure Saiyan category. I always love seeing that. Yeah, that's a terrible link. Is there even another Pure Saiyan on it at all? No, there's not. Great. That's what I'm saying. Come on. They really couldn't have given him anything else, huh? He couldn't have gotten experienced fighters I don't know, I'm just saying, I think King Vegeta is probably an experienced fighter. Especially King Vegeta after he's, you know, resurrected from the dead or, you know, thrown through a time portal or whatever the hell happens. I'm pretty sure he could have been eligible for experienced fighters. I'm okay with that. But the whole point of me talking about his links extensively like that is to point out that he basically has no attack links. It's just saying where we erase and stuff. So, you know, really, if we're going to see him do good damage, it's going to have to be with, like, Turles, and then, of course, we got the GT Goku here as well. So, this will be Dark Mask King's best attack stat right here. So, let's see what he's able to put up here. Not a million. Okay. I mean, that's a consequence of being on the Pure Saiyan category. Oh, he dodged it. Damn. Okay. And then 26. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Will he still have his passive active on the next turn? Because I do want to check his defense. I forgot to check his defense, of course. I always forget to check their defense. I do want to see how high it is, you know, compared to some other units. Because I suppose if his defense really gets high enough, he could be interesting for, like, the difficult modes. But I don't know that just his high level of defense will be enough for him in the difficult modes. Like, I'm not really too sure, as in, like, I don't think so at all. So, you know, we'll kind of see. This rotation, this is kind of a, just a whatever rotation right here. That Kaioken Goku is still great, by the way. And he's also very, very good on the full power category. You know, the team that actually just released on Global Dokkan. So certainly don't sleep on that Kaioken Goku. You know, and if you're a global player and you do pull for Super Saiyan 4 Goku and, you know, you do manage to pull him, that Kaioken Goku would be a very solid option for that team because he does link up very well with many of the strongest units on that team. Like, you know, LR Goku and Frieza, he has Shocking Speed with them. He's got Shocking Speed and Prepare for Battle with LR Gohan and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He has Prepare for Battle with LR Broly. So that Kaioken Goku is low-key a pretty good option. And then, of course, Evolution Blue Vegeta. He's another really good option for the, whatchamacallit, the full power team, because Evolution Blue Vegeta is on there. Okay, so we got a transformation right there. But yeah, it's the Dark Mask King. He's just an all-defensive unit, right? Like, I feel like he's an interesting sort of sub-option or kind of like a filler-ish unit. But he's certainly not, like, anything wild and crazy. I actually want to use a Senzu, just because I want to put Dark Mask Saiyan in most of harm's way. And then we'll... Does he get extra attack links from Turles? Yeah, he does. That's Saiyan Warrior Race. That's not really a big deal, actually. Alright, so his defense is only 67,000. So that's telling me that his passive wore off. So I guess we'll be able to see it if we don't finish Jiren off on this rotation. But Evolution Blue Vegeta does do a significant amount of damage. So this attack right there, boom, that reinactivates Dark Mask King's defense. So he certainly is not going to get like attacked for very much damage. I would be very curious to see if he got super attacked by Jiren, what that would do. You know, compare that to like the transforming Goku. Dang, he didn't get super attacked. Okay, I don't know. Again, I'm gonna be very curious to see, because I feel like this batch of evolution units was really good. Like they're all like, a lot of them have like real viability, right? Like if you're a new player and you do a multi on that Heroes banner because it's, you know, a featured unit guaranteed, you pulled, you know, Dark Mask King. I feel like you could use him. You can rock him on the Pure Saiyan team, and you're gonna be like good to go. Like he'd be a good sort of starter unit to help, you know, grind like Dokkan events and stuff like that. So that really wouldn't be too bad. The only thing is, I do want to see if they're going to give some of these units like awakenings. Are these units going to get Dokkan awakenings or what? Like, because if we are going to move into this kind of phase where it's okay for Heroes cards to come to Global, then I could see them actually like making these hero cards pop up more often, have Dokkan events, start having Dokkan awakenings, and just overall lead to a lot better environment with a lot of interesting characters like this. At the bare minimum, it's still really cool seeing these characters introduced into Dokkan, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what this guy does. This is Dark Emperor's Invasion, Dark Mask King. His leader skill is Extreme Int Type Key 3, HP, Attack, and Defense 70%. That's very good. That's going to be phenomenal for Dokkan Battlefield, actually. You know what? There is actually a place I would like to test out the Dark Masked King. If some of you guys might be familiar with this, some of you guys might not be. But on Dokkan Battlefield, there's currently a Tech Great Saiyaman boss who has basically a one-shot KO technique against you. I would love to see how well Dark Masked King could defend against him, but yeah, that would be interesting. But I don't have the orbs to rainbow him and use him in Dokkan Battlefield. That's the only thing. So his super attack is the Dark King's Flash, which does immense damage and lowers attack and defense. Lowering attack is always nice, of course. His passive skill, Brainwashing of the Dark Mask, is attack and defense 80%. He gets an additional 70% defense for 4 turns after receiving an attack, and then he recovers 10% of damage dealt as health. So again, he's an interesting defensive unit. His links are the Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage, Loyalty, Berserker, and Prepare for Battle. So I'm not a fan of those links. They didn't really give him like a solid attack link there. That's why, again, I think like something like Experienced Fighters would have been nice. I'm not really sure. They could almost make a link for these masked characters. Like give one to Masked Saiyan, give one to the Black Masked Saiyan, this one. It could almost be something that like they could share with like Goku Black, like an evil Saiyan link or something like that. Or update Berserker to make it not trash. Like, attack 20% is really nice, but when HP is 50% or below, it's dumb. Just, that link would be so much better if they just made it like a 10% attack link. Boom, we're done. That's perfect. But, you know, they kind of are good with the way it is, I guess. His 12K multiplier is 130%. That's really bad, but he is primarily a defensive unit anyway. That certainly would explain why he's not able to get over a 1 million attack stat, though, because that's a very low 12K multiplier. And then, of course, he's only got the one category as of right now, Pure Saiyans, but I wouldn't really be shocked if some of these heroes units might be able to be used with the new Goku Black, whatever his category would be. Because if you guys remember last year, they did this where they released these hero units, the Super Saiyan 3 Gohan and Trunks and the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, very valuable. And then, oh look, a week later, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock is out with that Super Saiyan 3 category. So I would not be shocked if Goku Black, in fact, had some sort of category that some of these hero units might fit under. At that point, I would be a lot more intrigued for sure at Dark Masked King and Black Masked Saiyan, both of which they're solid, but the Pure Saiyan category, it's just so stacked, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, even a free-to-play player, that's been playing for a while would be able to build, like, a really good Pure Saiyan team with, like, good summonable units. So, this guy would help out a lot more if, he was on one of these categories that doesn't have a ton of units or doesn't have a lot of defense or something like that. So, we'll see what happens with that Goku Black category. But, alright guys, we'll finish up the video here for now. Dark Masked King, an intriguing option, but certainly nothing that I think people should go out and summon until they get him or anything, right? So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.